cool if I plan an overseas trip in a spreadsheet? If questions like this have crossed your mind, then you're in good company. Today we'll be taking a closer look at some of the daily habits and social conventions that make up the monotony of life. Let's say to someone, yeah, I'd love to play tennis. Grab your knitting needles and a blanket because it's time for three old friends to sit around and sew a new patch into their quilt of friendship. So join me, Dion, under the covers with Christian.
Welcome to Patchwork.
And Josh.
Welcome to Patchwork.
Oh my God, we are back.
We're back, baby.
We're back. It's 2022, almost 2023.
We're on the way.
We haven't recorded in weeks. Christian, I haven't seen your face in weeks. God, you've changed.
This has been, I think, maybe the longest period of time that we haven't recorded in.
Yes.
And I'm feeling fresh.
Are you?
I was going to say, and I loved it.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Not spending time with both of you, it was a dream.
Josh,
Good for your mental health, right?
Do you feel fresh, Josh?
Sure. Why not?
You don't look fresh, but you feel it.
Well, you guys were working you had pretty stressful periods of time. So I've had a very lovely last few months. So
I can already feel my humpback returning.
But yeah, fresh, pumped, ready for a new season. Really looking excited for some big stuff for Patchwork this year.
Yeah, so one of the big things that's happening is we are approaching our 100th patch. If you have been with us from the start, congratulations. You're nearly 100 years old. But the big announcement actually today, which, look, we're going to get you all to sit down. So sit down. If you're listening to podcast standing up, that's probably weird anyway, but sit down because we're announcing that we are doing our 100th episode as a live recording at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. And it's going to be at the Brunswick Ballroom on the 9th of April. It's an afternoon session. It
is such a gorgeous venue.
It's lovely.
They have a stained glass area in the ceiling.
Yeah.
What venue for a podcast has a stained glass feature ceiling?
But yeah, it's going to be super exciting.
Yeah, it's a massive venue. We're going to pack it out. It's going to be so much fun hanging out with you guys for I think about 90 minutes. We're rolling. Got some special guests. Going to have a bit of fun with it. But yeah, big 100th. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So search for Melbourne International Comedy Festival. Welcome to Patchwork and get tickets now. We do expect to sell out, so get your tickets really soon, and it's going to be very fun.
And just quickly as well, those patrons, if you're on the $10 or more tier,
you
do get your free ticket. We'll be in touch about that shortly.
How good's a free ticket?
Well, that's the other thing, right? If you're not, and you want to sign up to be Patreon, $10 or more, get a free ticket to the show.
And you get access to the entire back catalogue of bonus patches.
That is a really great impetus, I would say, as a member of this podcast, to join us if you've been meaning to do it on Patreon. So if you go to patreon.com/welcome to Patchwork, you can sign up as Patreon, get a free ticket to the live show. Otherwise, pay your way, would you?
Now, before we get started, I feel like there was a cadence in 2021 where I took aim at Josh. And I do not see that changing in 2022.
Good boy.
Josh,
Yeah.
I've got a bone to pick with you.
I got a bone to pick.
I was informed that very recently you decided to sell
Yes.
2 elf slippers.
Yeah.
What's an elf slipper?
They are exactly what they sound like, Dion. They're slippers
Is it like
that
the
you wear
golden-
on your feet.
Is that a Caulfield Cup? Is that the golden slipper?
It's like those big kind of green plush ones.
all right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you were selling elf slippers, you'd expect, as a buyer, I'd expect bells on the elf slippers. One
at
of
least.
them had a bell. The other one was sold without its bell.
Oh.
Josh, I need to understand the thought process behind selling this because, Dion, how much would you sell elf slippers for?
It depends if they both had bells or not. If one didn't have a bell, that's a fucking $10 job, isn't it?
Thank you so much, Dion. Thank you. Can I shake your hand?
Hang on,
Oh,
hang
no.
on. That's not the point that I'm making.
Hang on. Let's
That's not the point
re-record
that I'm
this.
In fact, that's the opposite point that Christian's making, isn't it, Christian?
The point that
on.
I'm making is, Josh, I'd love to understand your thought process behind selling the elf slippers at all.
Christian,
Sure.
if I've let you down, Christian, I'm so sorry.
You haven't at all.
For $5, I put them up for.
For $5.
$5 is too little.
Josh, this is what amazed me. You sold one defunct.
It's so easy to explain, and I'll do it. I told Georgia this as well, my housemate. I'm going to roll the dice. If someone bites, I'm $5 richer. If they don't, I'll put them up for free or take them to the op shop. Couldn't give a shit.
Christian, you're saying that you should have just given them for free.
No, just save yourself the time. Give them to the op shop straight away.
Ah, yes.
What
okay.
time?
Time
to take a photo and type a few words.
And then have to respond to people. What if people start negotiating? Why enter?
Yeah.
Why?
If someone starts negotiating, they go, it's $5. Come and get them or don't. No one has replied. Anyway, no one's responded. It's not... Okay.
Hang on.
the
No
amount
one's
of work
responded.
clearly-
No one's responded.
Yeah, so clearly the amount of work that you have to put into a Gumtree ad, you feel is a lot. I did
feel-
that with my desk.
Yep.
These slippers, they don't get the same treatment.
Did the desk have bells on it?
It was missing one.
Okay, great.
It was a roll of the dice. And if someone happens to need elf slippers, then sure, I might get lucky. Otherwise, no big deal.
I mean, I still don't know. Leave it to the end. I still don't know if these have been sold. But Christian, your point is that if you're going to sell something that cheap, give it away. If you're in a decent financial position and that money, you're happy to donate it, give it away. Or it's more the effort thing.
It's for me. It's the effort.
Yeah.
It's the maintenance of the post.
You let I remind you, I don't have a job at the moment.
Well, I mean, you kind of do with that. Yeah.
So, Josh, would you say that's the cheapest thing that you've sold online?
No, I listed something for $2. And
What
it sold.
was it?
You know what happened?
A gold coin donation.
I got 5, baby.
Why?
That's
Why'd
all
you
they
get
had.
5?
So it was a pair of Cityside Sports. Like they had a tournament. They had sunglasses that were like red rimmed ones, and I was like, I'm trying not to throw stuff out. I'm trying to be less wasteful. So I'm like, I'll chuck them up there. Maybe someone needs them. They were just sitting like over a pile of that crap.
They were free, were they?
I think I marked them up for $2 because sometimes I'm like,
No. You acquired them for free.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the guy, he just so happened that his partner needed red sunglasses for a photo shoot. And he saw them on there. He's like, great, I'll come get them. Can I grab them? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I haven't got $5. Just take them, mate. Cheers. You've saved me. You saved me heaps. It's like, no worries, buddy.
So, are you trying to recreate that? Because now I'm starting. I'm starting to turn a little bit. If you're looking for that Christmas joy,
It's not a lot of work. I'm going to roll the dice on it. And I don't think about it for a bit. And I go, oh, actually, yeah, I should just get rid of those now.
So interestingly, when I moved into my new place, got a new NBN modem, and there was this Foxtel connection that I didn't need, and I put that up on Facebook as $0 because I knew someone would appreciate it. It's like this really sort of remote, weird bit of tech. I knew someone would appreciate it. A guy contacted me. In fact, 10 guys contacted me, and just gave it to him for free. It was just great. So it was exactly the same scenario, but I gave it to him for free. Probably worth more. I think it's more that if you want to pass it on to someone, leave it up on Gumtree or Fate Marketplace, whatever the
yeah,
bullshit
that was my other consideration is why Gumtree and why not Marketplace?
I put it on both.
You put it on both?
Yeah.
No hits on either?
No, I don't think so. But the other thing with the problem with
So
free,
hang on. Sorry, you've created 2 ads for these.
it doesn't bother me. It's not a big deal. Like you're making out like it's fucking heaps of work.
It's not the
mate.
creation of the ads. It's the questions, isn't it?
No,
it's the
like-
garbage questions.
So what
you
I was
get.
going to say about with,
These real elves.
No, but
I can
listening-
see one of them didn't have the bell.
What you're saying is exactly why I don't like listing stuff for free. Because then everyone comes in and asks you all these bullshit questions, whereas if you're charging for it, there's a little bit something there that you're a bit more concrete. Free people flake all the time.
I just had an idea. Josh, are the elf slippers still available?
Yeah.
We're going to post them on social media. If you want to meet Josh in person, come get it.
Yeah.
Actually, put
Cut
it
it
on
off.
ebbay as an auction. We'll, to charity. They'll go to
No,
the
no,
amount.
no.
Oh, no. We'd hate
They're my
that.
elf shoes.
Do you?
That's a good idea. What do you reckon? Put it on eBay. Highest bidder will give it a
Do
charity.
you think there is any value in our signatures?
I don't think
Actually,
so.
here's a genuine question that I have for you, and I was thinking about doing this. Are you better off cutting off the second bell
Yes.
and being like,
Great.
complete set of elf shoes?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah?
What would you do?
Because you have to cut the bell because then you can say, because I imagine you're saying it's defective right now.
Kind of, you are, right?
And no one wants to buy an already defective product.
Yeah.
But maybe they want a bit of a tinkle as they walk.
On one foot?
Yeah.
No, the whole point is to tinkle on both feet.
Yeah, that's true.
I just don't know. Why don't you op shop it?
I will. I'm not against it.
You
I've
won't?
rolled the
You do-
dice for a few. I put it up, forgot about it. Maybe $5 comes my way. When I'm ready, I'll go, oh yeah, maybe I'll drop these down the bloody shop.
Do you ever op shop? Be honest.
Yeah. What do you mean op shop?
Do you ever put stuff that you don't need? Do you ever donate it?
I dropped a bunch of clothes at Savers a few months ago.
Well, it's interesting you said that because you crossed your arms as you said that as well. So I'm just wondering
And
the
then looked
veracity
up.
of it. Yeah.
No, I dropped a bunch of clothes off at Savers. And that was a good experience.
What's with the question, Dion?
I'm just wondering if Josh donates his like shit or
he
whether he
sells
wants...
them all. His entire wardrobe is on there.
Well, I don't. Okay, no, but the stuff I'm getting rid of is like an old DVD burner and stuff like that. So it's like I'm not going to take that to this.
This is a good idea. Wait a second. You buy an item of clothing. Immediately, you put that item up for its value that you purchased it for on Marketplace.
Yeah.
You wear it as per usual as your wardrobe. If there's a hit on it, you sell it.
Wait, what's it? Wait, what? What's the value? What's the
mean
value
the
of
value?
that? You buy an object, you put it on Gumtree, you wear it until it sells again.
Yeah, for the price that you bought it for. So you've really worn an item
Free
of clothing.
shirt.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't? What
If you like it?
Yeah, exactly. You want to wear it
It's
once.
too bad. It's good. If you like it, someone else will.
It's very because then you get into like what Dion does with his phone and different tech. Is you're always rotating,
that's
selling,
right.
getting
Yeah,
a
it's
new
true.
one. So you're like, oh yeah, I'll just get a new shirt all the time, like leasing a car, a business car.
What? That's some kind of
There's
idea.
something there.
Anyway, if you need a reason to get on our social media and you need a pair of elf shoes, now's the time to do both. Head to our social media. Josh is going to share a link. Who knows? You could have elf shoes on your feet.
They could be yours.
Dion, Josh, I was using my telephone the other night and I was scrolling through Instagram.
As one does.
And I was scrolling for quite some time, and then I stumbled upon a post by Karl Marx at Working Class Man. It was a lovely photo of Karl and two other men, and the caption read, "Never happier than when I'm with family. Pictured here, the Marx Brothers." Hashtag, we aren't the Three Stooges. Hashtag, bourgeois boys.
That's really interesting, Christian, because I was on Instagram as well, scrolling through mine, and I got right to the bottom as well, and I found one for Jackson Pollock. I found his account at Wacko Jacko. And the image was just a canvas. It was covered in splashed paint all over it. And the caption read, "Spilt heaps of paint all over the canvas again. I don't think I can throw another one out. Maybe I'll try and sell it. I really must stop Mr. Nibbles coming into the studio." Hashtag no crying over spilt paint.
That's great. Yes, I was obviously scrolling through Instagram, scrolled right to the bottom, and I came across a photo of a man in front of a large boat with the Instagram handle at Noah's Petting Service. And the caption read, "Expert pet sitting, happy to look after animals, but only in pairs, and those likely not to get seasick and vomit, which will incur a $500 cleaning fee." Hashtag don't arc up. Hashtag pairs 2-in-1. So last week I was very, very fortunate because a couple of months ago I booked a trip overseas. I went to Singapore and I had a wonderful time, and it was amazing to be able to live the life that I've been wanting to live for a couple of years. But there was one point where I left my hotel and I was dressed in a blue shirt, khaki sort of shorts, walking sort of hiking boots.
Ooh.
Like 5 minutes later, and I was like, God, I look like shit. I was like, I really don't, because I think I like to dress well. I don't usually like shopping, but I like to dress well. And I didn't only think that I looked like shit, but I also thought I looked really uncool.
Yeah.
There's something about it where I was like, I feel shocking.
But you were dressed for walking, for a big day of walking,
Exactly.
right?
I was dressed for walking, but I still could have dressed nice. And it made me think there's a couple of moments in my life where I feel really uncool. And I think as we get older, I feel like it is getting worse, without a doubt. But I sort of wanted to run it past you guys. Have you had those moments where you're kind of like, what am I doing? It could be a little thing. It could be where you're standing.
So, I mean, I feel uncool most of the time.
Really?
But did you receive no feedback about your outfit? You came up with it yourself. You looked down and said,
Yeah.
"Ugh,
Yeah.
I blew it."
It's a weird thing. Looking down at yourself and looking in a mirror. I feel like sometimes you get very surprised. You look down, and you're like, "Oh, it looks alright." And you look in the mirror, oh fucking hell.
Oh, so you got dressed, looked down.
Yeah, I was like, "This looks
First
fine."
person perspective, we're looking good.
That's right.
Loving it.
That's right. But then I looked in the mirror, I was like, nah, this is garbage.
I think anything to do with clothes, for me personally, is just always feeling uncool. I hate trying on clothes, but most of all, and I've told you guys this already, I hate bending over in clothes.
Bending over in clothes.
In clothes is very interesting part of that, Christian. Please expand on that.
Bending over naked, you feel incredibly cool.
I feel fine bending over naked because
one's
there's no
there?
mystery.
Yeah.
Everything's exposed.
There's no mystery.
There'd be a bit of mystery, wouldn't there?
There's the moment that you
Great big black hole, surely. Sorry.
the moment that you bend over wearing clothes and a bit of skin peeks out, people think it's the most unbelievable thing that's ever happened. How we are fixated on tradesmen who bend over and expose skin.
It's so
Something about that thin inch of skin.
Yeah.
What is it? Christian, what is that? Why does the plumber's... No, like, is it the plumber's
It's the
crack?
top of the bottom.
Yeah, okay.
Like, you look at people's hands that stick out of their sleeves all
Yeah,
day.
but the top of the bottom's because your underwear's too low.
Who cares?
That's a separate issue.
Yeah,
Why,
who cares?
why do I have to feel so... every time I bend over, I literally... It's like I'm doing one of those
Nah.
drop for shorty type dance moves.
Shorty. That's uncool. That's real uncool.
It's like when I do a squat instead of bending over because I'm too scared for the skin to peek out.
But you know what? I think it's the anus. But that's what it is. It's like one step removed from the anus.
Yeah, yes, that's right. It's the opening. You're opening the door to the anus.
But that's what it is. People are kind of disgusted by it. I think it's that.
Well, just on your
think.
what you're talking about with the clothes, Christian, feeling uncool. I have one of the opposite things where what makes me feel super cool is a bit of some words of encouragement about your clothes. Hey, you look great in that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes
like-
you feel so cool when you get that.
Absolutely.
What do you like at receiving the compliment?
If I feel I've gone to an effort, I think I'm like, great. That's
Yes.
good. I'm glad I got that.
I don't reckon you'd love receiving a compliment, would you?
No, I don't love receiving. It's hard to. I find it hard to digest compliments because my anxiety immediatly goes, "You're lying. What's the reason for your lies?
Yeah,
here?
what's your
What do
motivation?
you
Yeah.
want out of this?"
Yep.
Which it's not. It's not healthy. We're not saying that's healthy. But I think like if you're wearing something, especially if it was a reasonably priced item or an op shop purchase, something like that, and you get the compliment,
Like elf shoes or something.
like
Yeah,
elf
yeah, something like that.
on your hands. But I also really, I think in terms of things that make you feel cool, I think anytime that someone says, "Oh, what song is this?" And you've put the song on, Josh. I know in particular
Excellent.
you.
Yes.
Because Josh has a lot of these dance mixes that he likes to play in
Yep.
the background. Doesn't want people to feel like they're listening, but it's just setting the mood.
Yep.
If someone says to you, Josh, fuck this mix.
That's huge. Yeah, getting a
Huge.
compliment for a music choice that's gone like kind of unnoticed for a while.
Oh, yeah, it makes
And
you
someone
feel-
after the fact goes, "Hey, that music you had on the other night was great." And I was like, "Yeah, great."
Makes you feel cool, though? I guess it is a cool feeling.
because there's something hip about being finger on the pulse for music and setting a tone that way.
I did allude to something at the start of the show, and this is when I went overseas. A friend of mine had a go at me for presenting to them, who were meeting them in Singapore, a spreadsheet of like a day-by-day spreadsheet of just some of the things that we might want to do. I really arced up about it because I thought I was doing my best.
Can I say it's that reaction that I think is uncool?
Oh, interesting.
You
Well, I'll let her
judging-
know.
I think people judging behavior that would traditionally be considered, oh, how nerdy. You're uncool.
Yeah. Do you know what was uncool? My reaction to her being uncool was incredibly uncool.
I actually
What did you do?
I was just, I think I just jumped down a throat. I was like, what? This is organized? This is not organized. Then show her my trip to Japan. I was like,
Yes.
everything.
Well, I think it's almost not that's uncool, Christian. I think that person making those comments is trying to be cool.
Oh,
So they're like,
interesting distinction.
this is how I'm going to try and be cool by cutting
Yes.
that person down.
Yes, bullying.
But then the rest of the trip, I needed to act like if they were like, if there was something that I suggest, I'd be like, oh, I really would like to do this. Oh, but I'm sort of easy either way, really. It's fine.
Hey, I just got a text message. Yeah, maybe we should go to this place next.
It's tough. It's tough to pretend to people that you're easygoing when you've booked everything in advance, right?
Yes, absolutely. And so, but I like. It's weird because I am spontaneous, at least I think I am, but also I like to have things mapped out a
What's
little
wrong
bit.
with having somewhere
I
to
think-
sleep?
Yeah.
No, I think the spreadsheet, I think that is neither cool nor uncool. I think that is in neutral territory. That's just responsible.
Do you guys
Yes.
do spreadsheets for...
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah,
have to be
it's
a
handy.
spreadsheet, but I'm definitely organizing in some form of document. Whether it's a .docx, .xlsx, .pptx.
Something else that I feel very cool doing, which I've gotten into a lot more recently.
.rtf.
That's for everyone.
That's everyone.
Is wearing sunglasses as I'm going in for a swim, be at the beach or at the pool.
Wait. I missed the start. Cool or uncool?
Cool.
Nah, that's so uncool.
No.
Can I just ask, how do you miss the start on a podcast where there's three of us?
What do you mean? 'Cause I was
What the fuck are you listening to?
Hang on, no, we're talking about things that make us feel cool. That makes me feel cool. I feel cool wearing my sunglasses into a body of water and hanging out.
Oh, okay. So
And you guys might think that's wrong.
I would love to understand why you think that's cool.
I think it's a cool look.
It's something about the exposed skin.
No, I think it's to do with there's a level. There's something to do with wearing the sunglasses. Like they shouldn't be in the water, but man, I'll handle it.
Yeah, 'cause you don't care.
Strange. This is very strange.
I'd be interested to see whether now that you don't have your red sunglasses,
I never wore them. They're car spare ones. Anyway, I did just get some new sunglasses,
Yes.
and I don't know if I'll give them in the
way.
water. Yeah.
No way.
Hey, can I show you guys something that I bought overseas?
It's going to be difficult for the podcast.
Just 1 second, and Josh, you can describe it. So I was overseas, and I was taking off my glasses all the time, my sunglasses, because I was going in.
love that.
And I bought a glass
neck.
sunglasses strap, a little neck
Strap.
boy.
My dad used to have one of them.
Did you have to get the leather one?
Oh, you got leather?
No, I wanted to get the most conspicuous one. I was looking everywhere. I was in Singapore markets all over the place. But when
gorgeous.
I bought this, I was like, God, there's a lot of wankers that are wearing glasses, neck straps, right?
What? No way.
I've never
Really?
seen like anyone wearing those.
Well,
Oh.
I think that it's definitely on trend now.
Really?
One might say it's on fleek. But
I mean, did you feel cool then?
I tried. I'm pretty sure it started with the librarian look, right? Like I'm constantly putting my
it's an old
glasses up
old
and
person
down.
thing.
Did librarians start that trend?
No, you know
So there
what?
was a librarian at a music festival. That must have been how it started.
Yeah, because it's normally, I guess, your reading glasses, right? That are coming on and off.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, and so you're doing that when you're traveling, which makes sense because you're
That-
going in and out of
can I-
buildings.
It was great. Didn't feel cool. Like I had to get past it because I
wouldn't
thought
feel cool.
Christian, I thought that I'm very surprised this is something you're into.
Absolutely.
Oh my
It's
God.
because
My
I
word.
appreciate comfort.
Yeah.
It's practical.
comfort over style.
Absolutely.
It is so practical. I couldn't believe how practical a strap could be.
I think now seeing you put these sunglasses on down, do you know what I think is really cool? Peeking above glasses, so tipping your head slightly down,
that is
and
very
peeking
cool.
above. That's cool, right?
You know when that happens often? Reading the menu at the ice cream shop.
Yes.
But you know, like we've given about 4 examples of glasses, things that are just
Yeah.
metal rims or plastic rims. Why the hell are glasses cool? What the fuck are they? Windows aren't
Because
cool.
they obfuscate.
Mirrors aren't
because
cool.
you can't see your eyes.
Yeah, that's true. There's something mysterious and cool about that,
But
right?
Yeah.
but nice glasses are cool.
Yeah.
Clear glasses, not sunglasses.
Yeah, they are.
We haven't got to the bottom of it yet, Christian.
Well, because hipsters who wear the glasses, they're always very cool,
are
very
very
unaffected and cool. One other thing that I do feel very cool doing is catching something that's been thrown at me that's not outside of sports. Outside of sports.
Yes.
It just feels...
Especially when people don't expect you to catch it.
yeah,
right?
and you
It's
nail it
beautiful.
and you're like, yes.
Yes, that's very cool.
But I don't think the people care as much as you do. Christian just threw something at Josh and he caught it. He's got it.
legs.
Got it again.
got it in the legs. Damn it. That was so cool.
What about, I'm gonna raise it. What about dancing? Where does dancing fit in coolness?
I never feel cool dancing.
I really don't. I really don't because I opt for silly when I dance because I don't really know how to dance.
Yeah.
My sense of rhythm's okay.
But I
It's
think
good.
I actually think that feeling uncool or letting yourself be quote unquote uncool when dancing
Agree.
is actually cool, right?
Absolutely.
Again, I think
agree.
it's neutral. I don't think I ever feel uncool dancing, but I don't feel cool. I just I'm just in it for me.
Can I ask you, Josh,
That's
when
my
you're
thing.
dancing,
Yes.
are you just letting it all hang loose?
Yeah, it depends. It depends.
Or are you
how
thinking
sober I
about
am.
your moves? Are you like bit of hands now, bit of legs?
Well, no, because it's just like an expression of body movement, right? It's just like pure expression at some point.
Oh, wow. You got to see Josh dance and put 2 and 2 together.
Right?
It doesn't look like that. It looks awkward as shit.
No, but that's fine, right? But like for me, that's how I'm expressing myself in that
Yes.
moment.
What,
Yes.
do you remember the phrasing Josh used? Do we have it?
Expression of bodily movement.
Oh, wow.
But like that's what I'm saying is that I'm comfortable enough to just do I'm just doing that in the moment. I'm not thinking about other people looking at it or watching or
Yes,
anything like
okay.
that. And that's how I can get through it. If I was focused on that, couldn't dance.
Yep. Yeah, agree. And I think for that reason, you're cool for dancing.
Maybe.
Because you're being yourself.
Maybe.
But Josh, that's when you're at the venue. When you're on the way to the venue, let's say it's a cold night. What about taking a jacket, like a big jacket, or Christian, the thing you hate, taking an umbrella and it doesn't rain? Do you feel like do you feel uncool when you got an umbrella? I feel pretty uncool when I got an umbrella.
Carrying too many items
Yeah.
during a night out for me is uncool.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
and I always feel like I get stuck carrying too many things.
Yeah.
It's just poor planning. And for
shocking.
me, uncool.
Or over-planning.
Or over-planning.
Yeah, too many
Yes.
contingencies. Yeah, it's way cooler to care less. You clearly care a lot. Like, I don't want to get wet. I've got that thing on. I've got this.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my helmet.
So uncool. So cool is being carefree. That's
think
the running
so?
thread,
Yeah,
right?
I reckon. I think
Here we
you're
go.
right.
Yeah, I think it's it.
I have ready. Packing lightly for a weekend away.
There it is.
Thank you.
There it is. Thank you so much. There is nothing like being over-prepared for something. It's shocking.
It is
and you
uncool.
never end up wearing all
The
that
moment
stuff.
I see the person arrive for the weekend away with just the backpack,
Yeah.
oh, so cool.
The smartest person in the room is the one who has 2 t-shirts and 10 pairs of underwear. Because it's true. Because what about camping, Christian? What about
Yeah.
being prepared for camping?
I know it's hard because camping you always want to overpack just in case, but you wear one thing the entire time and get it all grimy.
My partner's best friend climbed a bit of Everest with a Herschel backpack.
What?
That's fucking cool.
That seems like a very vague story.
It might not have been Everest.
a piece of Everest
might
with a
have
Got to
Henschel.
base camp or something.
It might have
maybe.
been the Everlast outlet.
I reckon what you said before, Dion, kind of sums it up really well, is feeling cool as an element of carefree. But it is interesting that even amongst the three of us, we have different things. It's not always universal what makes you feel cool on the inside.
Do you know what? The three of us, I can say, we're not carefree, are we? The three of us
No.
are pretty highly strung.
No,
Some things.
yeah.
Some
Yeah.
things.
I think of the three of us, Josh is probably the most carefree.
I strongly disagree.
Oh,
I think
really?
it's you.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree
I
with
thoroughly
Christian.
disagree.
Really? Sure.
Yeah.
What? How are you carefree? Carefree about what? About having a job.
It was his comment. Make him explain.
Wait, why carefree?
Because we're the most anxious.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and just by process
by
of
default.
elimination. I didn't say Josh was cool.
Yeah, great.
One of the most terrifying things that can happen to you is having a window washer clean your windscreen without it being requested.
Why do we refer to light planes as light planes, and yet we don't call commercial planes heavy planes?
At what point do you stop worrying about getting your new shoes dirty?
Oh, thank you so much for listening to the first episode of the year of 2022. Woo! It's been a blast. So good to be back. Just a reminder, Comedy Festival show, 9th of April. Get your tickets. It's going to sell out quick. Josh, what else do we want to remind patchworkers of this patch?
Well, we've got, of course, our socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Insta, all the big ones.
And also, for those of you who listen to us on Spotify, you can now, on your mobile, rate podcasts using Spotify, the app. So if you haven't already rated us on iTunes, and you've always complained that, listen, I don't use podcasts through Apple, I can't rate your podcast, well, guess what? If you're listening on Spotify, give us a little rating. We'd really appreciate
It
it.
actually helps heaps, way more than you guys think. It actually helps heaps.
Yeah.
And do you know what else helps heaps? A couple of bucks a month through Patreon. It helps us pay for our operating costs, like getting Dion fed, getting Josh drunk so he's pleasant to be around.
As we do every week, we sew a new patch into our quilt of friendship. Josh, what patch did you sew into our quilt this week?
Thank you, Dion. My patch this week was me feeling very cool wearing my elf slippers in the pool. Christian, what patch did you sew this week?
Thank you very much, Josh. This week I sewed into my patch, you packing lightly for a weekend away with 2 t-shirts, 10 pairs of underwear, and some defective elf slippers. And Dion, what did you sew into your patch this week?
My patch this week is me going out dancing with friends with a spreadsheet containing the sequence of all the dance moves for the night. Thank you for listening to Welcome to Patchwork for another week. I've been Dion.
I've been Josh.
And I've been Christian.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And that's us. That's us.
Outros.
And then heaps of other things.
Oh, patches. Fuck.
And then bonus, babe. Don't always want to leave, babe. Sometimes you want to be present, don't you, babe? Oh, patches. Fuck.